a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Harris to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Cougar 19. Warrior 70. Take over.
Now Jones. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A huge play there right off the bat.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
60 Maverick.
Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne.
And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. 30. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Mayfield off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Henry Ruggs.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Harris to return it.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st down, Jones Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Etienne with it. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one, 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield rolling to his right. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step up.
They go play action. Mayfield steps away. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He was bringing down at the 22-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Regular.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And they'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Mayfield on play action. On the move to his left. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
They're running it.
Etienne will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly. The passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 39.
Looking to throw. Jump. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 7 Pirates.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Dancing to his left. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Come on, D. 34.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they try here down to the 22. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run. It's Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Jones. This will go to Henry out wide. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the Bears' 4-yard line.
Check tight. Check tight. Mike 14.
Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are within a 2-point conversion of tying us up. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Bears 14, Buccaneers 13. Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 8-yard line.
Jones on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
At that 18-yard line.
Hey, ready? Mike, 34. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike.
Looking to throw. Jones buying time to his left.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on first down.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
121 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
First down, Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Harris to return it. Five-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
79 Broncos, ready?
Back to throw. Jones.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll try to run with Etienne.
And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll try to run with Etienne.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Run. Real. Hey, alert! Switch gears. Alert!
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And this time he is in. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Buccaneers 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
First down and much more here for Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 18, right there. Out the box, go.
Off play action. Jones being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle.
Oh, and Jones is just... And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Chris Barnes.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Travis Etienne with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
57. Mike, 57.
Danny. Warrior 70. Go.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Don't let him breathe. 60 Mavericks.
On 2nd and 10. Jones got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Buccaneers 23.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Here's Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Here we go, 50, 50.
Point it right. The pass.
And again, it's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Again, it's Henry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Jones. Out to the left there and complete to Howard.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll make it second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Bears' 1-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 7 yards to pick up there. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield out to his left. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Harris to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got it.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Now Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react.
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Rolling to his left. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down and much more here for Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here we go, Shaq. Panther 60, Panther 60. All day, dog. Mike 34, Mike 34.
Throwing Jones.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It got his man complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
34 is the mic. 34 is the mic.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mayfield off the play fake. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Touchdown, Chicago! Henry Ruggs, 44 yards. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
57.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here to Nelson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll call Nelson's number yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
We taking wins home.
Lights 57.
Go.
Now Jones.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it on the move to his left.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. To try again after the sack. Mayfield out to his left, letting one go deep for Roberts. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On second and very short, Jones rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.